Okay.
Stone's last two movies, Sliver and Intersection, fell far short of the huge audiences drawn by Basic Instinct. Still, here in the Hollywood Hills, it's clear she remains a star and a major draw, even at her advanced age.
I'm 36. I'm not going to be thought of as a sex symbol for a whole lot longer. I'm watching the butt slide down the legs, and, you know, the eyelids have, like, 2 folds now. You know, I'm up to speed on it.
Do you think you can be a sex symbol at 50?
I think it's good to be allowed to be attractive when you're 40, 50, 60, and 70. I think it's good to be allowed to be sexually viable. And if people think that's dangerous, great.
That attitude is now earning her a reported $4 million per picture.
When you spend money on yourself, what do you buy?
Oh, stupid stuff, you know. Very expensive night cream. Then I put it on my legs and go, ha, ha, ha.
Any woman who can laugh at herself can't be that dangerous, right? Still, mystery remains part of her mystique. And Sharon Stone is well aware that she pays a price for her sensual celebrity. Divorced after a brief marriage to a film producer, she told me she doesn't want children just now because of her career. And she admitted that her reputation has forced her into a cocoon. When she discusses the private side of fame, her face actually changes.
What frightens me a lot is when people associate me with her and have peculiar reactions to it.
Her?
Mm-hmm. That public image, that thing, sometimes enervates people and sometimes creates peculiar responses in ways that I am not equipped to deal with because I am not her.
Do you have trouble with fans that way? Have you been stalked, for instance?
Well, that's something I'd really rather not get into because I don't like to validate the negative. But suffice it to say, it's not all a bed of daisies.
You said before something about the fame has made you feel more responsible.
Well, yes. I mean, I think that there is an ethical responsibility to being in the public eye. If everybody's looking at you, you better make sure you know what you're doing.
Some women have said, maybe you're the wrong image for women because you use your sexuality. And
you know what? Maybe they should do it. It's a big job. I could use some help. Come on. We'll all do it. You do it your way, I'll do it my way. I think that was the way it was intended. I can't help it. They're looking at me right now. All I can do is do it my way. If some people find that inspiring or great, great. If some people don't, great. Then they'll look at someone else.
What, if anything, would you like people to know about you that they don't know already?
Nothing. You know enough. Get lost.
She probably is. She's a good lady. I like her. I interviewed her, as you know.
I agree.
Yes,
indeed.
I liked her a lot. But, you know, this is no overnight sensation, as you and I know. She did this. Basic Instinct was her 18th film, and before that, there was a lot of schlock.
There were indeed.
She paid her dues.
But, you know, the irony, Barbara, is that Basic Instinct, which is the movie that made her such a star, that's the image she's trying so hard to get away from. The question is, will the audience let her play somebody other than a dangerous woman?
Yeah.
You know what she told me, what she wants to play?
What?
On stage, Mame, singing and dancing.
Yeah, but Mame is sexy.
Well, yeah, but do you think we're ready for Mame with an ice pick?
I'm not sure, but if anyone can do it, she can.
I agree. She's terrific.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
This month, when you come to Wal-Mart, look for this big old thank you card.
Thanks for saving at Wal-Mart.
And look for low prices on thousands of items throughout the store.
Thanks for saving at Wal-Mart.
It's our way of thanking you for 32 years of friendship. And we'll be thanking you with extra low prices throughout the month of October.
It's our 32nd anniversary, and we wouldn't be here without you, so we just like to say...
Thanks for saving with us.
Introducing the new Mercury Mystique. It has available all-speed traction control, a micron air filter that removes dust and pollen, and a 24-valve Duratec V6 engine that goes 100,000 miles before its first scheduled tune-up. Yet even though Mystique is equipped like a luxury car, it's priced thousands less than cars in its own class. Because the last time we looked, money still doesn't grow on trees. The all-new Mystique. It's a whole new Mercury.
Maybe no one ever told you that you are a healer. There is no stronger medicine than the power of your words. No touch softer than the sound of your voice. No better remedy for bruised feelings and broken hearts. Introducing Time Bank. Only Time Bank awards you 1 free minute for every 5 you spend on the phone. It's about time we were recognized for something we do so well.
You know what really gets under my skin?
Your boss?
No, my athlete's foot. Say this is my foot. Athlete's foot doesn't just happen from between my toes. It grows down in here, just below the skin's surface. That's why I use Micatin. Micatin's serious stuff. It penetrates to kill the fungus where it grows. With Micatin, I don't just get relief, I get cured. When athlete's foot gets under your skin, get Micatin. A cure that gets in.
ABC News 2020 will continue in a moment.
Monday, an all-new coach. Hayden goes south of the border and feels down under.
You're the one who had to order something fancy.
A taco?
Then Russell is dating a model, a lingerie model.
Recognized her from the Victoria's Secret catalog. It's very popular in prison.
An all-new Blue Sky. Then,
Are you ready for some football?
the Pittsburgh Steelers tackle the Houston Oilers on ABC's NFL Monday Night Football, following an all-new coach and blue skies here on ABC.
The Emmy Award-winning show that changed the face of television begins a stunning new season.
I'm always gonna love you.
I'd like to resume seeing you.
Will the defendant please rise?
NYPD Blue premieres October 11th. Viewer discretion advised.
During the day, things that happen to you, interesting things anyway, leave traces, evidence something was added to the journal. Make that the movie of your life, even if it's only one single fine line. But during the night, you can do for your face what the ocean does for the shore. Smooth over those traces. Clinique turnaround cream. Put it on tonight. See a difference tomorrow.
Available at Hechts.
How could we conclude this week without a word or two, at least, about the O.J. Simpson trial? The jury pool was narrowed down to 304 this week, from which 12 jurors and 8 alternates will be chosen. And all of these prospective jurors have filled out an extensive questionnaire, 75 pages of questions, which hint at the arguments you may be hearing during the trial. For example, questions like this: when is violence an appropriate response to domestic trouble? Have you ever felt sufficiently frustrated within a domestic relationship that you considered violence? Do you own any special knives other than cooking, such as hunting or penknives, and so forth? Well, Judge Lance Ito has not yet decided whether to sequester the jury, and that would mean that jurors would not be allowed home for perhaps months. Their mail and phone calls would be monitored, and conjugal visits would be banned. Defense lawyers argue that by trial's end, O.J. Simpson would be facing what they call scorpions in a bottle, if that happened.
That sounds right, doesn't it? Defense attorney Johnny Cochran told us that if he had his druthers, he might prefer an all-woman jury. He says women are more instinctive, and he apparently feels their instinct would be to sympathize with Simpson. Remember, in the trial of Eric Menendez, all the women jurors voted for the lesser charge of manslaughter and not murder. There have also been suggestions of some backstage drama, competition within Simpson's defense team, specifically between Robert Shapiro, so far still the lead lawyer, and the genial Johnny Cochran, who seems to be gaining Simpson's confidence more and more. It will be interesting to see who actually tries the case. And finally, so many people these days claim to be a close friend of O.J. or Nicole Simpson's, but next week, we will talk with several of the people everyone agrees were Nicole's closest friends, including the wife of Olympic athlete Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner spoke with us about the relationship between Nicole and O.J. Was O.J. jealous?
O.J. was jealous. O.J. was jealous of the people that she would associate herself with if they were male, and he didn't really know them. It took him a while. It took him a while to get used to the fact that she was now dating, and she had every right to go out and date. She was divorced.
You'll hear things never revealed before. Was there someone else in Nicole's life at the time she was murdered? Was O.J. stalking her? The answers next week. We'll be right back.
Coming up next on 13 News tonight, more death on the streets of Haiti as U.S. troops try and stop the violence and looting.
And here at home, steps to keep people safe at high school football games. Those stories and more coming up next.
It offers all-speed traction control. A 24-valve Duratec V6 engine that goes 100,000 miles before its first scheduled tune-up, and is engineered to deliver a ride you have to experience to believe. Introducing the all-new Mercury Mystique. When we created this car, we pulled out all the stops. The all-new Mystique. It's a whole new Mercury.
Now it's time to check in with Nightline. Forrest Sawyer, who's sitting in for Ted Koppel, has a preview of tonight's program.
Tonight on Nightline, there was a time Black Americans dreamed of being fully integrated with white America. Now the reality of that integration is causing some to choose to live apart from whites, waking up from the dream. Tonight.
Nightline after your local news. And that is 2020 for tonight. We thank you for joining us.
Remember, we're in touch, so you be in touch. I'm Barbara Walters.
And I'm Hugh Downs.
And for all of us here at 2020, have a good, safe weekend, and good night.
"2020 is a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source. The American Broadcasting Company, ABC.